Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Iris League Season 3. Tonight, we are going to be having a game between the RE Acce IV girls and the Vicimus Elda team, sorry. Today, we are stacked with matches. We've had ATK, we've had Akasi, we've had Very Fast, we've had White Rabbit, we've had them all. A bit earlier this evening, or a bit earlier, ATK kicked off against Akasi FE. I think it's important to note that only two of today's game rather are going to be streamed. One of them obviously being Ivy versus Vicimus. It's going to be the Vicimus girls versus Ivy first up. That's going to be starting very, very shortly. And then following that, we're going to see Quality Kermits versus White Rabbit Amaryllis. Looking at tonight's rosters, we've got Luna, Minion, Lizzie, Rage Queen, and Sinner all on the side of Vicimus, and the Ivy ladies are going to be Phoenix, Kayla Berkey, Blue, Jelly, and Bibster. The games so far for the Ivy team haven't been the greatest, but I'm hoping for their sake that they can pull something back especially against a team like Vicimus. It should be a really, really great matchup, and we will be shortly taking a look at the previous game standings and what we've been seeing from the girls. I know Ivy hasn't been doing too great. They've already got 2 16-0s against their name. But hopefully tonight they can really pull it back. I'm hoping for a nice close game between them. It should be really, really good. So looking at the standings so far, we started off with Quality Kermits taking on Ivy, and Quality Kermit's going to be playing the game at 9 o'clock tonight. They took on Ivy on Mirage, and Ivy took 16-0, so a very, very rough start for them, rather. And following that, they went up against ATK, also in Mirage, and also got 16-0. So far, they're not looking so good, but I say that Ivy took 16-0 versus Quality Kermits. They only managed to muster one round against Vicimus, only managed to muster one round against the Quality Kermits. So I'll be very interested to see. These teams haven't been doing necessarily very well. However, they both haven't been doing well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight. And I heard last night we had an insane overtime between ATK and Very Fast. They went into 4 overtimes, and ATK managed to close it out 28-24. So definitely a lot of stamina coming in there from the players. But I'm hoping tonight will be a really, really great matchup between Ivy and Vicimus Elda. Now, just before we hop into the game, I'd like for everyone to just take a look at our Iris League giveaway at the moment. The entries close on the 10th, so you've got just over a week or so left. You could win one of the you could win a mouse and keyboard, or even the Fantech GS204. So really, really some awesome stuff that is being given away. So please make sure you enter the giveaway and keep watching to know if you're the one who's won it all. Now we are going to be hopping into the server. It looks like they're just about ready to get started. And hopefully, once all these .Rs have come in, we can get started on what an amazing lineup. We got Phoenix, who's going to be doing the IGLing for RE Acce Ivy, and I'm almost certain it's Luna on the side of Vicimus, but we'll have to wait and see. We will be having chats with the team captains at the end of the game, so make sure even after the game's over, you stay tuned to listen to some of the questions and some of the answers they give us. We're going to be starting off with the knife round to decide who gets to start on which side. See some fancy knives, especially on the side of Vicimus. We have Kayla Berkey going in quickly. It's already 2 players down on the CT side. Make that 3. Oh, and we've switched maps. I think it's just a bit of a server restart, and then I think we'll be hopping right back into the knife round. We are going to be starting the round with the RE Acce Ivy girls on the T side. We've got just a couple pieces of util from them. We've got plenty of util spread across the team of Vicimus, and it looks like they're going to run straight into this A side. So the first kill going in favor of Luna. Jelly trades it out quickly. Sinner takes down one. Now we've got all the T's facing into 3 on 4. The CTs have the advantage. Kayla picks up a kill into Lizzie, evening it out. We have got one tagged up CT who is very, very low. Oh, and a beautiful shot from Kayla. She takes down a third as well. That's beautiful, beautiful stuff there from Kayla Bear. And it's now just Minion left in the 1-on-3. The players are tagged up, but this is going to be very, very difficult. She's got a molly to work with. She spots the player towards Firebox, so that molly's going to force her out. She's not going to peek it. She sees the player jump. Oh, and a beautiful shot there by Minion. Now making it a 1-on-2. She might just be going for some damage here. She's running across into side. She has no info on the players. Tags the first one. There's a wraparound from Phoenix, but that gets shut down by Minion. And it looks like Minion's going to be going for the knife, but Kayla's not having it. And a lovely, lovely 4K from Kayla on the pistols. So it's the first round going in favor of RE Acce Ivy. And yeah, so there was a lot of util spread across the Vicimus side, but they didn't seem to have much opportunity to really use it. That's going to allow Ivy to buy into this next round. We've got SMGs and only one rifle. And on the CT side, we're just walking with some upgraded pistols and no armor to be found. So it looks like they're going to be saving, possibly forcing into the next round. They hear the noise, they get the Q, and Jelly's going to run straight through that molly. But Minion takes out Jelly. Kayla trades it very quickly onto Luna, and that's now a 4-on-4. Kayla takes out Minion as well. Some work really being done here by Kayla in the early rounds. Another play gets taken out by Bibbs, so that's Sinner. And it's now just a 2-on-4. Lizzie gets tagged up just a little bit. She's trying to do some damage with her P250. They don't know what Queen is just yet, but they did already do some damage. And it's now just Rage Queen, the last one left alive. She might just be going for some exit frags. She has nothing really to save here, so if she can just get a little bit of damage, maybe just enough for the bomb to catch him, then that would be really, really good for them. They didn't really invest much into this round. It looks like Rage Queen is going to be holding onto, I'm not sure what, but she is giving away sound cues. Oh, and the bomb takes her out. That's really, really unfortunate for Rage Queen. But a very, very solid round from the Ivy girls there, only losing one player, and that's going to cue the Vici girls to really buy up into this next round. They went just with upgraded pistols, so now we've got M4s and AUGs and FAMASs all around. Rage Queen's going to be picking up the scout. I assume she's going to be taking mid, and they have got a bit of util to work with, which is always nice. Ivy obviously not losing lives. They're going to hold on to their guns, not worry too much about upgrading those guns just yet. But it could be the difference maker with the guns here from the Vicimus side. So we see an exec coming out from the T's here, all stacked towards this A ramp position. All the beautiful smokes coming in, and they're just going to rush onto the site. Only one CT. Let's see if she can catch him off. She takes down the first, but gets traded quickly by Phoenix. Not before getting in some lovely, lovely damage there onto Phoenix. Tips are playing very close to the smoke, and she manages to catch Luna off guard. Rage Queen manages to pick up a kill onto Jelly with her P250, which is really great. Sinner catches Bibster out in the open, and it's now just Blue and Phoenix, the last two left alive. They spot the player. Phoenix takes down one before losing a life, and Blue gets traded out by Sinner. So I'm sure the CTs are going to be very happy with that round. They picked up kits. They got to work with their util. They lost a lot of guns there, which is obviously very, very detrimental, especially when it comes to that CT economy. But nevertheless, they managed to pick up the round, and they're going to start working towards evening the playing field once more. As I say that, though, the Ivy girls didn't really have to buy into that last round, and that allows them to buy up that AWP, that T-sided AWP, and those rifles all round. Rage Queen hoping for a bit of a peek here. Oh, she gets the tag onto Phoenix, and now Phoenix is just one shot away from losing her life. She misses her first shot, and it's now a duel in mid, but Phoenix takes out Rage Queen. And that's going to be feeling good. And while she does that, Kayla's going to be working her way through lowers. The T's now with the advantage. Manpower, but Minion getting very, very tagged up after doing a bit of damage down the apartments area. Kayla's going to be contesting through mid here. She's very, very exposed, and with no real support from any other players. She's got to isolate those spots, and that's exactly what she's going to do. She drops this smoke towards the jungle area, but Sinner is ready and waiting. That's a lovely kill. Now things have evened out. But they have got 2 Ts wrapping towards T-ramp. We've got 2 players who connect to the first one, gets taken down by Lizzie. That's a lovely hold. Bipster takes down Sinner, and it's now a 3-on-3. This is very, very back and forth from the T and CT sides. Luna not peeking just yet. And that's the bomb being dropped by Bipster, but Jelly trades out Lizzie. So once again, we have it evened out. It's 2-on-2. Luna playing it very, very passive, not overextending in the slightest. Minion catching just the edge of the smoke there, but it's not enough. Jelly's going to take out Minion. And now Luna with the rifle, a kit, and some armor. Will she stay? Well, she catches the first, so this is definitely doable. And with 14 seconds, they know the bomb can only be planted on A. And it's Blue versus Luna in a one-on-one. She's just mollied off her position, but Luna has got a kit to work with, so it's definitely not out of the question. She's going to be trying to take up real estate towards CT here, and she hears Luna running, and that's a lovely, lovely clutch there from Blue in the one-on-one. And that's now a 3rd round for the Ts, and the CT economy is going to be very much reset. Sinner's got a bit of money, so she might drop some pistols or some such for the rest of the team, but all in all, they haven't really got much to work with. We've got nades all around, so a possible nade stack coming in, which could be interesting. We've got 5 nades and 5 P250s, and Sinner, the only one with armor. They're going to be dunking these nades through T-ramp, but no one's there to face, so not really too profitable. And Jelly's going to first, and the second, and nearly the third. Lizzie takes out Jelly, and Luna's nade takes out her own teammate. The rest of the Ts now know where they are, and they're going to be rushing towards this bomb site. We have got 1 T still holding the T spawn area, and it looks like they're in a bit of a gunfight, but Blue's going to be planting the bomb. And this round, no matter where they really are, is practically a done round. Ipsa might get still looking the wrong way, and she gets taken down by Rage Queen. That's a lovely, lovely gun pickup for them. And that's 2 guns for the CTs, and I'm sure they're just going to want to save these and take them into the next round. They didn't invest much into the round, so to be able to get guns out of that is really, really fortunate for them, and definitely what they would want. Oh, and Rage Queen taking off Kayla's head there. She's going to be upgrading to an AK, or rather she's going to give it to her teammate and save the SG. So, nice round there from the Ts. Playing a bit of a default, holding for that rush, and with the CT's push, they knew exactly where to go. So really, really beautiful stuff there from the Ts, and a fairly good rush there from the CTs. They're able to pick up 2 guns from that round. Now they can bind to the next, feeling a lot more comfortable with their buy. They've got an AK and an SG, which we know can make all the difference with that headshot potential. Lizzie dropping down that early molly. Then it's going to be just peeking over Connie, and they've got a second CT pushing up through mid, taking all that control, taking that real estate. Who's not going to be going for an overextension, and now we see the smokes coming in, and that is a beautifully timed molly. Just as this execute smokes come in, there is a molly to stop the T's push. So the CTs can come in for the rotate, because it does look like Ivy's still going to be going for this push here. We've already got 3 of the CTs set up towards A. We've got 1 pushing through mid, but it looks like the T's are going back towards B, and no one is on the B side. If the T's can work fast enough, then the B side is theirs. But as I say, that we've got 2 CTs wrapping through CT and all the way back towards the bomb side. We've got 1 already working their way towards the B side, taking down the bomb target. Sinner holding, but not managing to pick up the second kill. Sinner gets taken down. It's now a 4-on-4. Make that a 4-on-3. Minion takes down Bipster. Lizzie trades it, or Phoenix trades it out rather, but Lizzie and Luna take it their own. And it's now Phoenix picking up a kill, and now in the 1-on-2. She's already got 2 kills to her name, so she'd have to get 4 kills overall just to win the round. The bomb is dropped in a very awkward position, because they went for that bomb plant before they were even clear, well, before they had even cleared the site. And we've got a bit of stuff here, and Luna is going to finish Phoenix up. So a really, really nice round there from the CT side. All those exec smokes pulled them all across, but they were quick to read the fact that the Ts were no longer pushing that side, and that mid-aggression from the CTs also allowed them to gather that info. So a beautifully executed round there by the CTs. Really good info plays there, and I'm interested to see now how they decide to play. They've got a bit of an awkward buy going. They've got rifles and an AWP, but then they've just got that MP9. So they're going to smoke off the Sinners up close. Takes down the first and tags up the next three, but Lizzie takes down two of their own. It's now 4-on-3. Lizzie playing this very passive, playing this very well. They're going to need to clear that CT area. Oh, and what a beautiful nade. Lizzie takes down Jelly, and Rage Queen taking down Bibster. So losing only one life there, and that was really well done there by the CT side. Really just using the util to their advantage. The smoke on the molly really gave away what their plan was, and they were more than ready. Even though Sinner only got that one kill, it was enough to gather that info, which is really important. So that's going to force the T's onto a bit of a pistol buy here. Got Deagles and P250s all around, with Phoenix sitting on just a Glock. Be interested to see what they do, because they've got smokes all around and a couple of grenades. They've already got a player tagged, and that's Kayla. First nade comes into jungle. That's going to tag down Rage Queen. She's going to be dropping a nade just as she falls off, but I don't think she's expecting this aggression. But she hits the no-scope onto Phoenix. Kayla trades it out onto Rage Queen. So seeing the bomb drop, she just needs to land one shot. There we go, and that's Kayla down. And it's now Jelly in a 1-on-4. Not really got much to work with. Just that P250 and the grenade. Gets down Lizzie, but gets quickly traded out by Senna. So a really lovely round there from Rage Queen there in mid. She even manages to land the no-scope into the players rushing to ladder room there. So really lovely stuff from her. A great hold and some great util usage. And we're going to see a nice comfortable buy here coming from the CT side. They've got rifles all around, and the T's not looking too shabby themselves. I'll be interested to see if Phoenix can catch Rage Queen here. Oh, and a beautiful peek onto Rage Queen, and they've already stuck it in their advantage. We've got a nade and a molly drop on the B side already. Now they're gonna put on a bit of a pause. He's spreading out a bit. Possibly going for a bit of an A play here. They've got two players positioned towards the underpass. They've got another player at the top of mid. Yeah, and it looks like the bomb's going to start moving towards the underpass as well. So that smoke on Cat actually going to work to the T's advantage. Away position, but she still manages to pick up the frag on Sinner, but not before taking a hefty amount of damage. And that nade might just catch her. That's a beautiful nade from Lizzie onto Kayla, and it's now a 4-on-3. But Lizzie has been tagged down to just 8 HP. Oh, and Lizzie getting caught out by Jelly there. It's now a 4-on-2. The CTs do have a decent economy, and the bomb has not yet been planted, but they are going to be pushing towards the mid area. One CT possibly going to be able to catch the T with her back turn. She's going to be pushing through con. And we've got another CT wrapping all the way around towards the CT area. They might be going for a bit of a contact play here. Jelly hears the sound cues. Minion takes down Phoenix. Now Luna takes down one of her own. Oh, and gets traded out quickly by Jelly, and it's now Minion just in a 1-on-2. Definitely doable, but not at all easy. Oh, and she manages to turn on the player in jungle, but she has been tagged down to 38 HP. And the CT player can just play the plant. Peeking here, and Jelly gets the kill onto Minion. Really beautiful round there from Jelly, picking up 3 kills. A good try there from the CT side. But they were just, the T's were spread out so far and wide in their post plant that they couldn't really find out where each player was coming from. So really well done there from the T's to close out that round, but also some brilliant rotates coming in there from the CT side. And now after that round, the T's are going to be able to take back the lead once more. Luna's going to be playing with a shotgun, which could be very interesting. We've got all the T's stationed towards the A ramp here. A flash coming in from Sinner, hopefully just allowing her to put down that smoke. I'll be very interested to see if Luna can get anything done with this XM. There seems to be no one wanting to go towards that B side. Oh, Lizzie picks up the kill onto Kayla, but Bibster trades it out very quickly. We have a smoke coming down from Phoenix, a util, a flash. So it's going to be holding close, and picks up the first kill onto Blue, but immediately gets traded out by Phoenix, and it's now a 3-on-3. But Bibster catching out Rage Queen. And it's now Minion and Luna. And Luna is working with just an XM, while Minion works with the MP9.
Bomb has been planted.
think Luna's maybe expecting she gets tagged down 7 HP and Minion finishes her off, but not before she gets the kill onto Luna. Oh, and Bebster taking the head off of Minion. What a beautiful, beautiful shot, and a 3k coming in from her. So the CT's now with a bit of a broken economy. There's plenty of money on the side of Minion, but aside from that, they haven't got too much to work with, so I think it's going to be pistols all around from them. And the T's, hopefully for their sake, can get a bit more comfortable in their economy, not having to rebuy guns every round. They're managing to save. We've got a bit of a mid aggression going here. We've got a nade stack going towards top mid, but there's no T's to meet them, but surely that should give away the sound cues. We've got all the CTs wrapping behind, but Phoenix is holding close in that corner. Rage Queen not at all ready for Kayla, zooming through the underpass there. Minion's going to pick up a kill onto Phoenix, so that's a beautiful shot from her, and it's now just a 4-on-3, and Minion's managed to pick up a gun. Lizzie tags down one player. All the way down to 8 HP, that's going to be frustrating. But Blue still having the courage to finish her off. It's now a 4-on-2. Minions picked up an AK, and Luna's working with just the Deagle. But they are on the complete wrong side of the map, so I assume they'll be going for a save here. They haven't got a kit, and they haven't got much information to play with here. So definitely I think a save is in order here. They might just be hoping for an exit frag if they can grab one. But aside from that, they haven't got too much to work with. And as Luna peeks, Cat, the player, drops through con. So a bit of unfortunate timing there. And she may or may not get chased down here. Oh, and Kayla chases down Luna, but Minion still managing to hold on to that AK, so at least managing to save one gun out of that gun round, and these nade stacks are just not getting them the profit they want. But now they are going to be able to buy into this next round. The T side now looking very, very comfortable, holding a 3-round lead rather against Vicimus. So interested to see how they play this. Got a bit of util towards B side. We have got the T's fairly spread out in a bit of a 2-1-2 default. Oh, sorry, a bit of a 2-3 default. We got one player playing towards ramp. There's no players towards mid. So I think it's going to be a quiet day in the office this round for Rage Queen. Kayla throwing a bit of util, maybe hoping to provoke something from the CTs. Blue's going to be flashing her cross here. Now, taking down the first. That's Kayla down. CTs now have the advantage. Lizzie just missing all her shots. She manages to take out Phoenix, but not before, or rather just before Phoenix trades her out. Really using a golden opportunity there. She still manages to take out Sinner, and Rage Queen trades her out very quickly. So it's now just Blue left in the 1-on-3, and she is stuck in mid. She's got players on either side of her. The peek's going to be coming in. A beautiful shot from Rage Queen onto Blue there, taking off her head. And the CTs, I'm sure, are going to be very happy with that round. Managing to pull it back a little bit. Still 5-7 in favor of the T's, but a really, really well executed round there from the CT side. T's now forced onto just SMGs with one Galil. Kayla's going to be buying up the Bison, and it looks like they're going to be going for a full-on B rush here. They've just got smokes and nades. But the util coming out from the CT side, maybe a bit preemptive. The T's are just going to hold back and wait. Going to be walking up slowly towards those B apartments. Blue getting ready for a bit of an execute here. Luna, someone needs to check OPC. You can clearly see through the walls. You see Kayla getting tagged up already on the B side. He gets killed by Luna. Minion takes down one, but Blue trades out a second. Luna's there, sitting in the corner, but Blue manages to trade out yet another. She's going to be going for that bomb plant. That's exactly what these T's need right now to help their economy. Got one CT, Sinner, who's tagged up, playing around the pillar. Oh, and it's a lovely, lovely retake here from the CTs. The T's, I'm sure, just happy they were able to get the bomb down there. But a beautiful, beautiful round from them. And they're going to be able to pick up not really much. They've already got the AWPs and the rifles. There's not much more for them to pick up. So a beautiful round from them. And they make it 6-7. So still chance for them to bring this half back in their favor before we close out. Now we're going to be seeing a full buy coming in from the RE Acce Ivy girls. We've got an AWP on Phoenix. Yet again, we've seen what she can do with it in mid. And we'll see, possibly this time, Rage Queen will be ready for it. Rage Queen holding for that position. She spots Phoenix and takes her out mid-air. What a beautiful, beautiful shot from her. Lizzie throwing that supporting flash. We have got the bomb pushing towards T-Ramp. One player in Palace, and then we've just got the lone T in underpass, maybe playing a bit of a late lurker, and that is a lovely timed molly right there. Taking up blue just a little bit, but enough to slow down their aggression. Kayla taking up Rage Queen just a little bit. Now the one player is waiting, but Minion wraps from behind. Some insane aggression from her. Bibster going to be clearing her corner. She spots the player in T and takes out Lizzie. But now the rotates are going to come in, and these ramp players need to push out and support their teammate in Palace. They're going to be getting swung by Sinner, who takes down Jelly, and it's now just Blue and Bibster stuck in a very awkward situation. Blue gets taken out, and it's now just Bibster, the last one left alive, and she's going to be running straight back out of Palace. She does not want to deal with any of those players right now. And we're coming back down towards ramp. And I'm sure the CTs have a read on this. She has no bomb control, and she's going to have to fight to get it back. Nade taking her down just a little bit, but she doesn't have a great position. She takes down Rage Queen, but gets easily traded down by Sinner. A lovely, lovely round from the CTs there. And it looks like they might be going for that double AWP setup. So I'm interested to see. I'm assuming that we're going to have one player with the AWP either towards those B apartments or holding from the CT side on the A side. And the CT economy looking lovely, and this 8-7 half definitely looking like something they can hold on to. Lizzie playing the AWP. Gonna have an early. Tees are just rushing onto site, but Sinner takes down 2. That's a lovely, lovely kill. Just going to trade out, but Rage Queen trades her out, and Kayla takes down Rage Queen herself. So now it's a 2-on-3. Definitely not out of the question. Orbs missing their shots. He's wrapping around and takes down Kayla. And there's now just Blue. Nothing to work with except maybe this Galil. But really, it's a very, very awkward situation. There from ramp pushes, and Lizzie takes her out with a lovely, lovely orb shot. And that's going to be the half ending in favor of the Vicimus girls. 8-7. We are going to have the second half starting now. A bit of a slow start from the T's, but we've got a couple pieces of util on the T side. We've also got some, and there's going to be a player spotted in window. That's Phoenix already getting tagged, but there's a player on Cat that they're clearly not aware of. Kayla's going to be running away for that reload, but Luna takes her down with the running shot. Bibster trades her out, and Minion takes down one of her own. So we've got trades all around. A 3-on-3. Sinner surviving on just 4 HP, and she's going to be fighting to get that bomb down. And it's now a 3-on-3 retake. Rage Queen getting pushed by Jelly. Jelly getting taken down, but Blue trades quickly onto Minion, and it's now a 2-on-2. Not out of the question, but the bomb is planted for Rage Queen, so definitely doable on her part. And Blue getting taken off the defuse there, and a beautiful, beautiful clutch there from Rage Queen. The bomb planted for her perfectly, and the gap in that smoke really, really costing Blue. Unfortunately, not able to pick up the defuse. A brilliantly fast round there from the T's, but lots of pistol trades coming all around on in the kill feed there. So an insane round to keep up with, but the T's take it in the end, and that's going to allow them to buy a couple rifles and some SMGs. The CT's going for pretty much a full eco here, just a few, couple of P250s here. And the smoke's already coming in for the B side. We've got a smoke coming in, smoking off both the archers, and that's going to give them the call to rotate. We have already got 3 players towards the B side, but Minion taking down Kayla and taking down Bibster, and Sinner takes down Phoenix, and that's already put them in a 2-on-4. They have a kit, and Blue's the only one with armor, but she's only got a P2000, so not much they could really do here. Oh, and that's a lovely, lovely clean round coming out from the T's. Not losing one player, getting kills with the SMGs. That's really, really going to solidify their economy. Lovely, lovely execute there. Not much the Ivy girls could do with just pistols, but we'll be seeing what they plan to do now, because it looks like we have nades almost all around for the CT side. And a smoke coming in from Phoenix. So we are going to have all the players pushing towards that A-ramp position, but these T's are very late to come to the A-ramp position. So I'll be very surprised if these nades manage to hit. Oh, it's going to be a nade stack towards the top of mid. We've got one player going there, and that's Rage Queen. She gets tagged down just a little bit and finally finished off by Phoenix. But now the T's know what to expect. We got one player throwing down a molly, and she's going to fall off and start pushing towards the A side. The A side is open and for the taking for these T's. So I don't think they'll be missing any other players. Minion missing a couple of shots, but she manages to finish blue off. Fortunately, it was just against that 50-50. Phoenix spots a player over the smoke, but Lizzie only getting tagged down to half HP, and she finishes off Phoenix with a lovely headshot. Oh, and Jelly takes down Sinner. What a lovely, lovely headshot from her. Just her head peeking up over the top from triple box. This area. Bibster catching Lizzie, looking the wrong way. And now a 3-on-2, but Luna takes down one. Spots a second and manages to finish off Bibster. And it's now Jelly, the last one left alive, and she gets finished off by Minion. Luna struggling there with her ammo and just her gun choice. Lovely, lovely round from the T's, taking the read of the push on towards mid to just rush in and take that A side. So a lovely round from them. But now the CTs are finally able to buy up. They've got rifles all around and even an AWP on Phoenix, and I'll be interested to see if Rage Queen goes for this mid peek or if she's just going to be playing off util. They're going to be meeting in very shortly, and Phoenix takes down Rage Queen. A bit of a taste of her own medicine through that mid position. Lizzie the push, and Jelly gets taken down. But not before losing almost 80 HP there, so it's even out to a 4-on-4, but Lizzie has been tagged down. Oh, and then nade. Oh, Lizzie managing to get away just in time. She gets tagged down to 4 HP. It looks like the T's are going to be setting up for a bit of a push here. Minion getting mollied off by her own teammate. Maybe going to be able to catch off Phoenix. Oh, and a lovely headshot onto Phoenix there. Just going for a jump spot and cost her life. CT wrapping through. Kayla's there, and Minion takes her out. It's beautiful 2K so far from Minion. Bibster catching Luna with util in her hands, and that's going to give away the game plan. So they're now going to be rotating towards the B side, but this bomb is running all the way through mid to get to this A side. Blue playing for a bit of info here. Blue just holding that run position. If she peeks on now. Yes, and she just catches off Lizzie. So now it's Sinner and Minion 2-on-2. Minion's going to catch off Blue, and Sinner closes off Bibster. So a good pickup there from the T side, managing to finish off the CTs and pull back around that. Didn't look too good in the beginning with the loss of Phoenix on that AWP. So even after that round, when the economy is not looking fantastic and the CTs are pushed onto a couple of SMGs there, the T is looking very, very comfortable. They've got an AWP, they've got full belts of utility. Everything's looking really, really great for them at the moment. Phoenix and a bit of aggression here in the underpass. She takes down Minion. She's going to just play for that gun. I don't know if she's going to stay. Looks like she's going to be falling back after picking up that rifle. Kayla's going to be playing for a bit of that mid info. Kayla takes down Billy, but Kayla takes down one, and Phoenix following up with the second, and it's now a 2-on-4. Now, the CTs pulled this off before. Lizzie takes down the first. They don't have too much information on where the CTs could be as of yet, but Luke is just over these stairs, and Lizzie not catching her. Must be out of her vision, and it's now just Luna left in the 1-on-3. She's got no bomb control, and she's stuck in the middle of the map. She knows 2 players up positioned towards the B side, but aside from that, she has very, very little information to work with. But she has full armor, full sets of utility, so it's definitely possible. But with the clock ticking down like it is, I don't know if she could quite pull it off. Kayla gets the info. That's going to cue her player to push closer towards that composition. They're going to have a bit of a crossfire setup here. Luna gambling for a bit of info, and Bibs is going to be playing on con. looks like Luna might just be playing for the save. She has practically no time to work with. T economy not looking amazing right now. Kayla once again just getting that info in mid, and that's enough for them. That's a beautiful amount of a beautiful amount of information for them to work with, and it looks like Luna's going to be picking up this AWP so they can take it into the next round. So the T is looking very comfortable, only losing 2 players there. Some brilliant shots coming in, and T is just not managing to pull off that 2-on-4. I'm sure the T's are going to have a bit of a broken buy here. They have to work around this AWP. They've just got pistols. And okay, so it looks like now they're going to be buying up some SMGs. Luna just on the P250. She's just been dropped an AK. So we got the AWP and the AK, and aside from that, they push just onto SMGs. But CT's not looking too comfortable themselves with an economy like this. But if they can pick up another round, then I'm sure it won't be a problem. And it looks like the T's, all 5 of them have set up towards this A ramp, or this A site. I'm going to be setting up those execution smokes. Going to be rushing onto this A site. As he spots out one in secret, and Rage Queen takes down Phoenix. It's already put into a 3-on-5. Bit of an uncomfortable position here for the T's, and Rage Queen picking up a second. This one onto Kayla and Con. There's still a CT sitting deep in that, or rather very close in that CT position, just towards those missiles on the right. Oh, and Rage Queen hits the flick onto Jelly, and the final player wrapping around through CT here. Rage Queen gets the info, and she's going to go for the peak, and this is the shot that Bibs is just overwhelmed by all the players facing her direction. So not really much she could do there, but a really, really good execution there from the T side. Now the CTs buying up their rifles. They have to win this next round, otherwise their economy is not going to be looking great. Phoenix going for that hold in mid. Rage Queen not over-aggressing into mid this time. She's not going to make the same mistake. Bibs is going to be holding for this push. She's gone completely white, but she manages to take down Sinner. She's so blind right now, it's insane, but she's still alive somehow, just surviving on 23 HP. Nate coming in, doing big damage. Lizzie takes down Bibs, and Kayla taking down one of her own. Phoenix hits his shot to Luna. Lizzie pushes up close, but Phoenix manages to get the shot onto her, and it's now just Minion left with 1-4. A very awkward fight, but Minion manages to finish her off, but she's just with 38 HP, and oh, that could be just enough. Just with 3 HP, Phoenix takes down Minion, and a lovely, lovely hold from the CT side there. 3 kills coming up from Phoenix on the AWP, so a really, really lovely play from her. And it looks like the T's are going to be asking for a tactical pause here. They were doing really, really well in the beginning. They were managing to stack those rounds. In the beginning of the T half, they had 4 rounds in a row. But now the CTs have started to push back. And the rounds have been getting closer and closer. So all they need is 3 more rounds. And they can do it with their current setup. They just need to close out the rounds and maybe be a bit more active with their util usage. And we're going to see them going into the next round very, very shortly. Their attack pause is over. Be seeing shortly what they plan to do. A T-side tactical pause is always interesting. Possibly got a new strat in mind. A different play. They might just go for a default setup and play from there. At the moment, they've just been going for execs. But I mean, if you're going for an exec off of practically no information, versus if you get that info earlier in the round, it can make all the difference in the world. So we're going to see an AWP on either side here. Bibs is forced onto just the farmhouse, but T's, 3 of them, or 2 of them rather, already positioned towards the B site, 1 towards ramp, and it looks like a bit more of a default setup here. Phoenix going to be holding for that aggression from Rage Queen, and she gets taken out very early into the round. Phoenix going for a bit of a cheeky one-way here. Throws a nade down, but it doesn't get much purchase, rather. It's going to be pushing up towards Che here, trying to take as much real estate as she can. And Kayla already getting tagged down to 35 HP. Lizzie catching Jaylee unawares. But Blue is still here, and Lizzie doesn't know. Blue takes out Lizzie, and it's now a 3-on-4. Kayla playing this very passive. They have the advantage. There's no need for them to over-aggress. They just need to hold, wait for that info. And as I say that, the bomb is still in T-spawn, so it'll be very interesting to see how the T's manage to grab that one. And if CT's manage to find out, then things could get very awkward. Senna spotting Blue and CT, and she picks up a kill onto her. Phoenix now knows there's a player towards Con. It's a lovely shot onto her, but Luna takes down Kayla, and it's now a 2-on-2. There's going to be the mid peek coming, or the mid aggression, but Minion doesn't catch it whatsoever. And this might just catch her off guard, and a beautiful, beautiful read there from Phoenix, pushing Luna out. Luna's holding for Bibster, and Bibster finishes Luna off. So really, really brilliant round there from Phoenix. And after that attack, you would have expected a bit more from the T side, but the bomb was left in T-spawn. Players were getting taken out left, right, and center with no one really there to trade. So hopefully the T's can come up with something in order to combat the CT hold, because they are starting to look more and more comfortable the more rounds we play. An early molly coming in. They're still going to be playing an early molly of her own towards the apartment side, and we've got 4 players positioned towards Palace. Might just be a bit of a waterfall here. They've got flashes coming over. Blue here's the players coming out of Palace. She takes one, takes down the second, and nearly takes down a third, but not before Rage Queen trades her out and managed to get the bomb down. And I think that was the key component for this round for them. Kayla spots a player towards CT. Terrible timing there, having to pull out the util. She was holding close, and she managed to pick up a kill on Bibster, and Sinner takes down Kayla, so it's now looking very, very doable for the T side. They've got guns all around, but Jelly picks up the kill onto Rage Queen, and it's now a 2-on-2. Bomb is planted for them, and Sinner is very low on HP, but Phoenix hits yet another brilliant shot. And now it's a 1-on-2. Looks like Phoenix is going to be sticking the defuse. Luna takes down Jelly, and Luna's going to be pushing through, and she just manages to get the defuse. So that's a really, really unfortunate round for the T side. They managed to get all the players, but just not enough time. Really, really big commitment there to the defuse. Trusting her teammate to hold, or maybe just there stalling enough to buy her enough time to get that defuse in. So really well done there. Now the CTs losing all their players, so their economy isn't looking fantastic at the moment. They've got kits all around, and the T economy is looking lavish at the moment. They've got rifles all around, they've got full belts of utility, and it's all thanks to getting a bomb plant just off the back of some pistols and a bit of util. So lovely stuff from them, and hopefully they can set up something a bit more dangerous. They've just got one player playing towards Palace here, and the rest of the team is going to be throwing those execution smokes. There's no molly to counter it, and someone's going to be mollying them out. Possible smoke push coming in, and that's going to be punished by Sinner. Minion takes down Jelly, and this A side is open for the taking. All the players have been tagged down. We're going to be planting safe from the CT peak. And this looks like a really, really good round for the T side. Luna getting taken out in the open there by Kayla. It's now a 3-on-4. But Sinner's going to take Blue down. Kayla gets taken out by Rage Queen, and it's now just Bibster, the last one left alive. She's going to be peeking around this corner. Almost no information. Sinner waiting by the box, and now they know where she's coming from. A tag coming in from Rage Queen, and she finishes her off. So some lovely AWPing from the side of Rage Queen. And now they're going to be calling in a pause for the T side. They've managed to hold on to almost all their guns there. So really fortunate for them. They got the bomb plant and they got the round. So hopefully they can continue on this streak for their sake and close out the round. But as I say that, we've got a bit of a technical pause coming in. Seems to be a problem with one of the players' mouses. So we're going to have to wait and see what they can do about that. Looks like we're going to be going into this 26th round. Vicimus just needing one more round to secure that OT, and just one more to secure the game. CT side looking a bit rough at the moment in terms of economy, and they're going to have to go for a full eco. So unless they can pull something spectacular off, this is going to be a 15th round by default for the T side, and they're going to have to really fight to win this round back. But we're going to have all 5 teams pushing Vicimus Elda. They're all going in for a fight. Sinner takes down 2, but Blue and Phoenix have taken a kill each, so definitely not bad. Jelly's going to be peeking around, but Jelly's out of ammo, and she somehow manages to get away. Lizzie and Rage Queen managing to finish the last 2 plays off. A beautiful nade from Lizzie there. 3 players surviving for the T's, and their economy is looking really good at the moment. The CT's going to be a bit of a struggle with the round. They haven't got much economy to work with. They're forced onto SMGs with just a couple pieces of util, so not too much they can do, but the opportunity is still there. If they can position this right and play this to perfection, then there's no reason why they can't close out this game. Bips is going to be throwing her only piece of util very, very early into the round. We have the smokes coming in towards B, maybe a bit of a fake, and that's going to pull the mid player off. We have still got some CTs playing very deep positions here, just on the SMGs. She's going to be pushing in. Blinding them means they're not going to be able to clear under the Blue picks up one, gets traded out quickly. Another CT picking up tags, but Sinner trades out yet another. And now Phoenix left out in the open. She picks up the kill on Tulita, and that's the bomb being dropped. A lovely shot by Phoenix onto Sinner. That's now a 3-on-2. So possibilities coming in here. Phoenix tagging down Minion to just 7 HP. Now Rage Queen and Minion, the last one's left alive. Killer Bear takes down 1, and it's now Rage Queen. Oh, and Kayla closes her round. So really, really well done there from the CT side to close out that round. They didn't have much to work with in terms of weaponry or util, but they really, really pulled it off. So fantastic stuff coming out from this IV side, really showing that they've still got some fight left in them. Their economy is still not looking amazing, but they managed to save an AK and a rifle and take those into the next round. So just got one more rifle than we did in the previous round. We've got an AK on the side of Kayla Bear. Got a bit of a broken buy coming in from the T's. Interesting idea to force. And I think we may have a technical pause coming in. Okay, so it looks like we're having a bit of a restart on the round. One of the players on the side of Vicimus seems to have had an issue due to the current weather conditions. So we're just going to have to wait and hope that she can sort that out and we can get through this game. I mean, there's still a potential overtime coming in. So things looking very interesting right now. Now guys, I think it's very important while we wait for Rage Queen to hopefully sort things out, because the weather is just horrendous at the moment. People are getting blown out of their houses, the lightning's all over the place. It's scary stuff going down. The weather at the moment is almost as intense as this game, so make sure you don't leave us, because this can only get more intense. Vicimus only need one more round, and they've just lost a player. And I'll be very interested to see how that affects their play, their morale, their confidence. It's going to be a banger. So please make sure you do not leave. And please make sure that you keep in mind, we have a giveaway going. We're giving away a mouse, a keyboard. And I assume that that's the case. We've got the Fantech GS204. So don't forget about that, guys. And as I say that, Rage Queen joins back. Looks like she managed to surge some electricity through her PC. And we're going to be hopping into the 28th round. Things are very, very intense at the moment. T's forcing an SMG by here. The CTs only have one SMG. They've got rifles all around. Their economy is looking beautiful. So very interested to see what they do. They're going for a bit of mid aggression here. The SMG's just running straight through mid. Rage Queen's going to be taking up that real estate. Phoenix getting forced out of the window position. Jetty takes down next team, but gets traded out immediately by Minion. Minion trades out a second as Phoenix takes down one of them, but Caleb is going to be taking her on. It's now a 3-on-2. The T's with plenty of util and rifles to work with here. And CT's just the util on Kayla. Definitely something that can change the game. Oh, and Blue is going to be trading out Sinner before she can finish off Bibster and CT, and it's now just Luna left in a 1-on-3. Bibster, the only player really tagged up here. Luna takes out. She's not going to be ready for Kayla in con, and that's a 13th round in favor of the RE Acce Ivy girls, and they are really starting to pull this back. The T's with a bit of a limited economy here. Minion, the only one with some sort of leg to stand on, but aside from that, their economy is looking a bit dodgy at the moment. On the other side of things, CTs are looking really, really great. Jelly's going to be forced into the SMG again, but they've got more and more util to work with every round they play. Very limited amount of players dying each time. Luna's going to be buying up a Bison. Now that's an interesting purchase that either makes or breaks the round. Pretty sure it's got unlimited amount of bullets, so be interested to see if they're able to pull this off, and if CTs are going to be ready for a B-rush like this. They've got SMGs all around. Lizzie's going to be sending up her team for a flash. On top of the van here, she tags down the first player. That's still down to 4 HP, but they finish her off. Beautiful flash there from Luna. And T's burst onto the map, onto the side. Minion taking down a second, but Phoenix trades out 2 and evens it out. Minion taking down a third. Oh, a third player on the CT side, rather. And the T's are very low at the moment. Just got 30 HP between the 3 of them. Blue taking down Minion. But Jelly's not looking so healthy herself. They're pushing up close. Sinner's going to finish her off, and that is a beautiful, beautiful closer there from Sinner. And the Vicimus girls take it 16-13. A beautifully intense game there from the girls, but the map is going to end up going in favor of the Vicimus Elda girls. Thank you guys for watching. That was a beautiful, beautiful game, and don't forget to join us in the next match, which will be happening in not too long. With me in the Discord, I've got Sinner. Sinner, how are you doing? How are you feeling off that game?
Hi, oh my gosh, I still have the adrenaline pumping.
Still feeling a bit of that rush. That was a beautiful, beautiful finisher there from you. You're losing your teammate right at the end and managing to finish off the last 2 players with that org. So for you, how did you feel that your girls played overall in, over the course of the entire game?
Over the course of the entire game, it was really close rounds at first, and when we lost a few, it was kind of stressful, but, we kind of got our heads together, we thought a lot about our strats, and we kind of pulled it off.
Okay, and towards when you started reaching that 15th round, you started to drop rounds. You said on that 15th round win for quite a while before you managed to close it out at 16-13. So what made it, or what do you think changed for you as a team that made it that you were losing those rounds? Was it just sort of, we have this in the bag, let's close it out, and there were maybe some silly challenges? Was it some miscommunication? What do you think was maybe the cause of that slight downfall, towards the latter part of the game?
There were actually quite a few suggestions on what to do on the last round, and we had quite a bit of a scuffed by, so we were just trying to make do with what we had.
Okay, and that final round that you just played in it, where it ended off 16-13. To be honest, I thought the option to buy was a bit interesting. From a personal perspective, I thought, well, why not save, because you have the rounds to work with, and then maybe force up rifles or something like that. So what made you decide to eventually go with, no, we're going to force up with some SMGs, maybe a rifle or 2, and then just try and rush that out? What was sort of the thought process behind that?
We thought that, if this round doesn't work out, at least we know how they more or less play while we're on a save.
Okay, interesting. And when towards the end there, We had Rage Queen. I think it was Rage Queen who ended up disconnecting due to power outages and things like
Yeah,
that
her
because of the storm.
electricity trip. There was a massive storm by her.
Okay, and what do you think? Like, I was worried for you guys, maybe that was going to be an issue. You know, maybe it slows down the morale or the momentum of the team. Or do you think it worked the other way? It was a sort of a reset for everyone to sort of calm down and then come, guys. We have to close out this game.
Yeah, no, in that time while we were waiting for electricity to come back on, we were just trying to breathe, act calm, try to figure out a bit more strats and then pull it off again.
Okay, so a bit of a technical pause that ended up working as a sort of tack, which is as much as the events that unfolded were unfortunate in terms of her disconnecting, it was also fortunate it gave you guys that chance to sort of reset and rethink everything that was going on. So well done to you girls, and thank you for allowing me the chance to speak to you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Anna. In the channel, we've got Phoenix. Phoenix, what can you tell me? What do you think of your girls' performance during tonight's game?
Yo, I'm very proud of my Ivy girls. Just a team coming together and play for fun. At the beginning, I said we have two of the Vicimus Elda girls is very close friends of ours, Lizzie and Rage Queen, and we always made jokes and said let's shoot them in their faces. And just the vibe in the Discord were just fantastic. I'm so proud of my girls getting 13 rounds against Vicimus Elda. I'm very proud of my girls.
That's really, really awesome to hear. And I definitely think, I mean, with all respect, that there was a bit of a rough start from you girls, especially against the team like Quality Kermits, who we know is really, really phenomenal at the game. But I mean, there were a couple of games in the beginning where you guys were taking some really, really rough scores. So for you guys to come back like this, even though it's a loss, still a loss, it's a 16-13 loss. And to go from 16-0 to 16-13 and make it as close as you did, I mean, once they got that 15th round, it wasn't, oh well, they've won the round. Because I saw when they were on 14 round wins, you guys went for an eco. So you knew if you tried to force it, it was going to make things awkward. But you went for a full eco and you committed to that, and you committed to working for that overtime. So there was definitely a lot of strong communication, I think. And it looked like your girls had a lot of faith in the calls that you were making.
Yeah. No, we tried making calls, especially the round when they got 14. I said, well, let's do an full eco and rush a ramp, for example. And we all get spammed through the one AK, but Jelly just goes with her 2 bullets, and she plays, I want to play 2 bullets, and keeps on. But she got the AK, but died at the end as well. But yeah, we just had a lot of fun. We didn't see, okay, they got 15 rounds, the game's over now. We just kept it together and said, let's do this, let's try this, let's do something else, let's see if this works, and kept it together and try figuring out new strats.
Yeah, no, I think that was really good, especially you guys. You took the lead in the beginning, if I'm not mistaken. It was 7-5 at one point. Vicimus did manage to pull it back and make it an 8-7 half, but they definitely sort of seemed to be, we're on a bit of a losing streak. We're going to reset and we're going to hit the ground running. So I think there was a lot of good teamwork there, and it was really interesting to see how you guys kept the team morale up as the rounds progressed. Whether it was a win, whether it was a round loss, you guys kept going. So is there maybe a particular player or just a sort of way that you guys keep the energy going even when the game isn't going the way you want it to?
It's difficult. Let's take the previous game, for example, where we lost 16-0. I always try as captain just to keep the vibe positive for all the teams, and we make jokes, and I say, let's do a very stupid thing, CT side, and let's all camp on A side. If they go B, let's all retake B side. So just a few stupid strats just to keep them on their toes and happy, and not to think, oh, we're behind 15-0 or something.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that definitely makes a difference. I mean, we saw that there was a lot of hype in the Twitch chat, sorry, where they were, you girls were down. I think it was 15-11 or somewhere around there, or 15-12. No, I think it was 15-10. And after you guys started closing out around that, didn't look like you could close it up because the buy was very weak. You guys kept pushing, and the chat was loving it. They were going on about how intense the game is. They were saying, "Oh, come on, RE Acce girls." So I think you guys have, you may have lost the game, but you definitely made a lot of fans out there very, very happy to see you guys keep pushing like that.
I'm happy to hear the chat supports both Vicimus Elda and RE Ivy. I'm glad. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much for allowing us the time to talk. And yeah, it was great to hear from you and Cinna both.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find the peace in me. I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna find myself, but again it's always a phase. I wanted to stay, no you don't understand. I've been losing myself, I've been losing myself. I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find the peace in me. I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna find myself, but again it's always a phase. I wanted to stay, no you don't understand. I've been losing myself, I've been losing myself. I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find the peace in me. I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna find myself, but again it's always a phase. I wanted to stay, no you don't understand. I've been losing myself, I've been losing myself. I've been keeping myself so busy, pushing out the misery, trying to find the peace in me. I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna find myself, but again it's always a phase. I wanted to stay, no you don't understand. I've been losing myself, I've been losing myself.
So purely, I'm pushing myself to the edge, not letting go away. Been testing myself by the worst. I've been pushing my mind to the most. I've been loving the people around me, but I'm so paranoid, I'm so paranoid, yeah.
Say you really want me, want me. Tell me that you need me, need me. Give me all your reasons for leaving, but don't you say you love me. Call me on the weekend, weekend. Let me know you're freaking, freaking. Then listen to my reasons for leaving, and don't you say you love me. Say you really Say you really want me, want me. Tell me that you need me, need me. Give me all your reasons to leave them, but don't you say you
So guys, welcome back to the Iris League Season 3. We've already had one matchup tonight. That was between Vicimus Elda and RE's IV. Vicimus just managed to pull away with it with a 16-13 scoreline. They looked like they had it in the start. They started to lose a bit of their fire. Then they got a few rounds streamed in a row, and then they started to lose it again once they had that 15th round win. But eventually they managed to close out the map. RE's IV doing really well to fight back, but Vicimus managing to close it out with a nice 16-13 scoreline. And we had some interviews with them earlier, so make sure you stick around after the next game so you can hear what the captains have to say for each team. Coming up next, though, we have the quality Kermits, who have been tearing through the other teams against White Rabbit Amarallis. And we're going to be taking a look at the roster now to see and what we can maybe expect from the game. We seem to be looking at the Vicimus versus versus RE's RE, but Quality Kermits versus White Rabbit here. On the side of Quality Kermits, we've got 2 SSB, CJ, Casey, Scorps, and Nuts, and they have been doing work this season so far. On the side of White Rabbit, we've got Bon, Ket, and Koala, as well as Roxy and Sneaky Fox. And Sneaky Fox has been there for quite a while now, so I'm sure she's very, very comfortable in her team and within her org. And we'll be seeing a bit later tonight what they can do with their lineups. I've seen Quality Kermits and the work they can do, but I'll be interested to see what White Rabbit can do. I haven't seen much of them, in all honesty, so hopefully we can see something from them very, very soon. I'll be very interested to see how this matchup goes. We just switch over and take a look at the standings at the moment. We'll see that Quality Kermits has been doing work. Against IV, they managed to take them 16-0. And White Rabbit also doing some work themselves. Against Divini, they took them 16-7. White Rabbit losing to Omnius. And I think it's important to note that they lost to Omnius while Quality Kermits beat Omnius quite convincingly previously. So very interested to see what happens in this this upcoming match, because by just looking at the standings, Quality Kermits look a lot better coming in, but White Rabbit are definitely not to be underestimated. So it'll be very interesting to see what they can come up with this game. And, looks like we're going to be hopping into the first round. We're going to be starting off with the pistols, and be interested to see if they what sort of util usage they're going for, if they're just going to go for a solid B-side take, or what they're opting for at the moment. But Quality Kermits looking very nice going into this. I'm interested to see what White Rabbit have up their sleeve to maybe put a stop to their current run. Very interesting with the new update, being able to drop nades. It'll be interesting players playing on a side where they maybe want to still have some armor. A teammate can drop them some util, and you can have that util sitting on an armored player, holding down that side with all the util they can really get hold of. And as I say that, we've got a couple of flashes and 2 smokes coming in the side of Quality Kermits. White Rabbits, they've got just 1 kit, and only 2 of the players have armor. The rest have bought up some utility. And we're waiting to see what Bon maybe has in mind. But guys, don't forget, there is a giveaway going on at the moment. You just go over to the REA's, either the Facebook page or the Twitter page, and you can go there and enter the giveaway, and you can win some awesome things, from a mouse and keyboard coupled to a case known as the Fantech GS204. So awesome stuff to be won, no cost to you, just a bit of your time. Hop over to the Facebook or the Twitter page, and it could potentially be yours. Got a decent amount of util here on the side of White Rabbit. You're going to see some smokes being thrown down. We've got a bit of a mid push coming in from White Rabbit, going for that early util usage, or that early mid push. One of the players being pushed, but Nate the Koala saving her teammate there with a beautiful, beautiful headshot. Roxy coming in from behind, not managing to land the shots. This is a bit awkward. She has tagged down quite a bit, but she hits a beautiful shot onto Casey. But Scorps trades her out very quickly, and it's now a 4-on-3 in favor of the CTs. They are still going to be pushing towards the side. Koala flicking onto 2 SSB. And now it's just Nuts, the last one left alive. And the CTs have full bomb control at the moment. But Nuts going to be making her way slowly towards mid. Kitty might be able to catch her off from behind. And she does a beautiful, beautiful execution of a pistol round there by the White Rabbit. And Koala hitting some insane shots there. Roxy only managing to pick up one after the flank. But beautiful, beautiful hold from her. Off that round win, we're going to see the CTs buy up some SMGs with a stack of util all across the board, and the T's going for a foursome Tech 9s and SMGs, but they're not worried about that mid. 2 SSB and the first 2 players. Scorps takes down one of her own, but it gets traded 2 in the other way, and now they're going to be given that bomb plant. The 2 players, B-side players, getting taken down very early into the round, and now it's Bon and Roxy, the last ones left alive, and they've got the opportunity to take their time. They've got kits on both of them, they've got armor, and they've got weapons. Flash coming from Roxy, but it's not going to catch too many people on it. For the push, and takes down the second. Lovely, lovely hold there, drawing their attention away towards CT and Casey, just swinging in from behind and taking them out. Now off the back of that, the T's can save some SMGs. They've even got a rifle on the side of Scorps, while the CTs are left lacking in the weaponry department. Just some E250s all around. And I don't think there's too much of a game plan going into this. They've still got the 2-1-2 default setup. We've already got 2, make that 3 players rushing up banana, taking up that banana control. Scorps is going to be throwing a lot of util towards mid, and CJ's really getting banged up there very early on. Managed to take out Kitchi, and Nuts flicks onto Sneaky. Another CT in the 25, almost no armor, but Bon catches Casey through the smoke, following those traces, making it a 4-on-3. And Molly going down, stopping that push, but CJ's going to be holding on. She might have heard the tick. She takes down Bon, and it's now a 2-on-4. The CTs really have not much to work with, but Koala picks up a kill onto CJ, who was tagged down very, very low already early on. SSB going for a bit of an aggressive push, a lovely headshot onto Koala. Maybe not a already swung into CT, but she flicks onto Roxy's head, and that's a beautiful, beautiful shot from 2 SSB. Bomb plant, and yet another round win for the T's allows them to buy up those rifles and full sets of util all around. So as far, they're looking really, really comfortable, and it looks like the CTs are going for yet another pistol eco. Bit of a couple of pieces of util, but not too much to work with. I'll be interested to see how much they're able to do with the weaponry that they've got. She pushing through the smoke and catches her out. And we've just got one player towards Coffin, maybe trying to buy their time so they can play for a bit more of a retake and maybe take some exit rounds here. But the T's are not looking to lose anyone at this point. Got 3 players positioned towards CT. 2 SSB takes down the first, Casey takes down the second through the smoke. Bon going for a couple of pot shots through the smoke here. And just gets spotted over the top. She tags down Scorps just a little bit before damage gets traded in her direction. Cool. Catches a 2 SSB, but gets Casey. Casey finishes off the last player. That's a lovely 3k from her. So after those 2 pistol rounds, the CTs built up enough economy to get rifles all around and even an AWP into the hands of Roxy, and they're going to be going up against the full buy, yet another one from the T side. They were able to get a bomb plant and practically lose almost no players there. We've got 4 players playing early towards banana, and there doesn't seem to be much util usage onto Fox going to be pushing through the smoke. She gets traded out. CJ and Casey getting a kill each, and is now on 3 in favor of the T side. They're getting tagged down a bit just by the molly. And Scorps is going to be able to get that bomb plant down. The T is still very deep in the bottom of mid. I'm not sure if they're going to go for this one. The util usage might be a signal for them to say, but Roxy picks up 2 SSB, trying to over-aggress by the going to see another molly going down, and it's going to hold them back even further. They seem to want to go for this, but they're running out of time. And there's no hits on anyone. It's not looking like a viable option. Oh, and Roxy hits a beautiful shot onto Casey, and that's going to be her cue to leave. They've run out of time. They don't have much to work. Nuts taking down Bon after Nuts already took something down herself. It's going to cause her to lose her life, so that's in the hands of Scorps right there. T's locking down a 4th round. Roxy's still able to hold on to her orb, but now the CT's not looking so good in terms of economy. T's on the other hand looking lavish. They've got AKs and util again all around, and 2SSB is really doing work thus far. Now I'm interested to see what else she can show us. We can see some flashes coming in. They're going to be pushing towards that B site, and there's not much util to stop them. We have got 3 players positioned towards B, and they're still going to be going for this execute even after being smoked off. CJ's going to be leading the bomb in Banana. They have got full Banana control, but almost no information on where these players could be. Casey Fox trading out Nuts, and she gets covered by another player. Casey's going to be taken down. CJ trades out and takes down 2, and it's now 3-on-2 in favor of the quality Kermits. And she's going to be caught up by 2SSB, and that's going to cost them an orb. Be interested to see if Koala just tries to fight to save this. The smoke is protecting her at the moment, so if she can save this orb, that'd be really, really important for the CT side. All 3 Ts are going to be pushing towards CT now. And Koala is not going to be able to save it. 2SSB getting another this time through an object. So after that first pistol round, when the CT's not looking so cozy, and they're already going to be calling in their first timeout. The end of that round, after taking out Koala, they were actually able to save the orb. So now we're going to have a T-sided orb. Be interested to see if they go for maybe some mid-aggression that could put the T's under pressure, but they seem to be very, very happy with their B-side push at the moment. So I'm then going to be wondering what's going through the mind of the CTs at the moment on during their timeout. Are they going to go for a bit of a new strat? Are they going to go for a bit of a rush? And it looks like they might be going for a force buy here. Koala's already brought up an MP9. And then we've just got some util and upgraded pistols on the rest of the players. And even with that constant B aggression, we've got 2 players positioned towards Banana. Basically taking down the first, and Nance follows up with a kill onto Koala. Gets taken down very low, but there's not much more sense what the T's have to do on this side. And the CTs are very good to work with. Already. Oh, CJ lands a beautiful headshot onto Bomb. 2SSB peeking over the smoke, and it's now just Sneaky Fox, the last one left alive. Beagle and 5 T's to deal with. And 2SSB finishes her off. Scorp's doing a bit of team damage there onto Casey. And the T's are looking more than comfortable at the moment. White Rabbit are now able to buy up some weaponry. They got with 2 upgraded pistol buys in the last round, so now they're able to stack up on some utility, some weapons. An interesting buy from Kitchen. We'll be seeing if they work. They've got a 4 stack towards the B side. Bomb is still positioned down to the bottom of mid, so they still have this opportunity to rotate. And I'm sure if they had the info, they would love to. I'm going to see some counter util coming in from Bon, and that nade might just be perfect. He lands a lovely, lovely solid dunk onto Nuts. Going to be throwing down some counter util, but Nuts is still going to push through. She's through the smoke already. Roxy takes down Kitschy, but gets immediately traded by Bond. And that might just be the information they need. Casey picks up 2 lovely kills, and Scorps takes out Koala. And now Roxy, seeing it all the way on the A side, she's going to be left wondering what she's meant to be doing. Beautiful, beautiful pre-fires coming in from Casey, allowing them to open up the site rather. And there's not much more Roxy can really do, except maybe save, possibly get some exit frags, but that's about it really. Roxy is already sitting deep in second mid. She does not want to let go of that orb. They saved it 1 round, there's no reason why they can't save it another. Even after that timeout and sort of discussion over what they might be able to change, the CTs weren't able to do much. Roxy's got pretty much full util and an AWP alongside that. The rest of the players are just going to have to force around it at this point. There's not too much that they can do. A bit late out of spawn, but I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. Got those same flashes coming in for that B ramp push. Scorps is holding for that T aggression. She wants Roxy to peek her, and she tags Roxy down to 15 HP. And I don't know if she realizes that she has. Now it's hitting a lovely shot onto something. Spots a player up close, and that's 2 inches from that. She spots a 3rd. Casey taking down a 4th, and Roxy tagged down to 15 HP this time. Again, left to save. Quality Kermits at this point. I don't think they know what they have left to do, or what they could do different. I mean, they are absolutely destroying White Rabbit at the moment. Looks like the T is not taking this game too seriously. A lot of team damage coming in. Gonna have Nuts clearing it out. Surprised Roxy's ready for the peak. Possible reposition just in time to save her life. Oh, and there was another player pushing up right there. If she hadn't changed position, she could have easily been spammed through the wall. So, good positional play there from Roxy. And they're going to be calling in their 2nd time out of the game. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Maybe they do something a bit differently, because even stacking 4 players there wasn't too much util usage coming out of them. And, yeah, they don't seem to be able to do much. Maybe a possible placing Roxy, or at least placing the AWP on the B side, could be the change that they're looking for. Those immediate kills instead of having to take gunfights with just the standard rifles, but we'll just have to wait and see. We're jumping into the 10th round here. T's absolutely dominating the half so far. Pinky Fox going for the peak. She catches the first just as the flash pops. Lovely nade damage coming in. Roxy going for some deep axe aggression. She picks up the kill onto 2 SSB. This is looking a lot better. And it's also, I think, it's important to keep in mind that this is the first time they've actually pushed towards the A side. So definitely potential, yeah. Be interested to see. CJ clears Kitschy out. 2nd player pre-fires, giving away a position, but also forcing them off the angle for now. Not going to let them take just any dry peek that they like. Yes, he has the bomb, and I'm sure she's just going to be smoking off so she can start repositioning towards the B side, and there's no one there. There is no one on the B side waiting for them. A bit of an interesting call coming from CTs here to do a full rotate. I know they've been losing rounds, but when you've got a side on lockdown like that, there's no need to rotate all of your players across. And now the T's have a free bomb site. It's all about just holding onto this. The Orb's waiting, and Scorps peeks in front of the box, taking Roxy out. Remaining 3 CTs. One's already pushing through the church position, pushing through coffins. Oops. Firing off some warning shots. Bond's made it very deep into the side, but there doesn't seem to be much they can do. Scorps takes down the first and the second, and Casey closes it out. So, really lovely round there. They took it from a 5-on-3 to a win. There were 2 players down and they still managed to pull it off just on a quick, easy rotate. CTs didn't have the best read. They pulled all of their CTs across, and that cost them the round. See a bit of a nade stack coming here, some insane damage being done, but no players getting taken down just yet. But Nats is going to keep or catch Sneaky Fox sleeping. Casey gets burnt out by Kitschy's molly, and these T's are very low at the moment. Scorps gets taken down by Roxy, and Bomb's just going to hold her position, and Koala coming in with a beautiful flank, and it's now just 2 SSB with 6 HP and everything to do. This could be the round that we're looking for. Oh, and 2 SSB lines up 2 players. One maybe a bit late on that peak, but nevertheless they close out the round. But the CT is finally able to get a second round in their favor. Maybe not the cleanest of rounds. They definitely could have traded those that double kill there a lot quicker, but nevertheless they close out the round. Now 3 CTs positioned towards the A side, and they've got a double AWP setup going this time, so be interesting to see what they can do with that. They've got Koala boosted up. Kitschy's going to use an ult. Koala catches 2 SSB while running away. Kitschy takes out Casey while blind. Some very interesting kills coming out here. Bomb is sitting top banana, and Roxy flicks straight onto Nuts, and it's now CJ and Scorps, the last 2 left alive. They have no bomb control. And the CTs, all 5 of them alive. Scorps and CJ currently the lowest on the scoreboard at the moment, but still going more than pos. So there's definitely some potential here, but they might just opt to say they have got the money to go for it, but you never know. Is going to take down CJ, and Scorps catches Roxy sleeping. Roxy was holding that angle for the longest time, so I'm sure she wasn't prepared for a peek. And now we've got 3 of the CTs positioned towards B, and this time we have got a player sitting on A, so White Rabbit definitely aware of what changes need to be made. Scorps practically no time to work with here, and just almost seems like an unlimited amount of smokes here that they're able to use to smoke them off. Scorps is going to be pushing through this one. She misses her shot onto Koala, and Koala trades her out. That's a lovely 3k from her. And some very, very important frags coming through there. Brilliant, brilliant round from them. Surviving with pretty much everyone. The double AWP seemed to be working for them. Now the T's. The economy won't stay this good forever, so they are going to have to start securing some more rounds. They're starting to lose a bit of their streak here, and White Rabbit are fighting to hold on to it. There's a lot more noise towards mid here, and White Rabbit haven't gone for a full B rush here. I think they've realized now that White Rabbit are really catching on to it, so they can close out their round. They've already got Scorps pushing through apps. Three players positioned towards B here. The 2 players in mid managed to get taken down, and that could be catastrophic. Roxy takes out Casey, boosted on top. Scorps can be setting up a flash here, maybe not going exactly how she wanted it to. Nats catches Sneaky Fox. They're going to rotate all their players off B, it seems. One player's still going to be playing around Church, but for now, Koala missing a few of those shots there. She gets finished off. CJ takes down Kitschy, the lone B player. The bomb is going to be going down on the A side, and all the players are positioned here, so they are ready for the retake. But the util usage from the T side could be enough to hold them off for the required amount of time. Roxy catches CJ swinging in through mid. Now it's even. Now it's a 3-on-3. Now it's just running into the face of Sneaky Fox. Scorp picks up one. And now it's Roxy, the last one left alive. And she's going to be fighting to save that orb. So it started to look a bit awkward for the T's there. But they still managed to pull it back. And they've now hit double digits. So that's the quality Kermits winning 10 rounds to 3 with a flourishing economy at the moment. And this time we have a timeout coming from the Terrorists, which I think is interesting. They've managed to win 10 rounds to 3, and it might purely be about ensuring they win these final rounds. The CT's now looking quite nice. They've got rifles all around and an AWP on Roxy, so they've opted not to go for the double AWP setup. So I'll be interested to see how this round pans out, because the double AWP is the one that was making the difference before. So there is definitely potential for a round win on either side here. I'm going to be going for 3 players towards the B side here on the CT side, and 2 are going to be playing towards mid, and it seems to be the right call at the moment. We have all the T's pushing up Banana. We've just got 2 positioned towards the bottom of mid. The T's haven't taken the bomb defense just yet. CJ's going to get tagged down, but just a little bit before she gets smoked off. Roxy's going to be rotating in. Most likely going to be playing that coffin position. CJ gets naded, taking even more damage. I see a flash coming in from Roxy. All the players are going to fall off. There's a slight gap in the smoke, which could be closed, but just as I say that, it fades away. And Roxy with a very tight angle hits the kill onto Nuts. She doesn't manage to land a second shot. The neutral is going to burn her out. The player in dark ready and waiting, but Scorps trade her out, and Casey takes down Kitschy. And that is the B side open and ready for the plant. Roxy is just going to be playing for time here, trying to wait for those rotates from their team. It is a 4-on-3, and it definitely is doable. Roxy taking Casey down to 3 HP. Oh, and Casey is taking the fight to them, but Nikki manages to trade it. And they're going to be hunting her down. She plays off that and flicks onto the head of CJ. Nikki Fox takes down a third player rather. She's running low on ammo. She'll take down this last player, but 2 SSB is ready and waiting, and the dink is going to cost Sneaky. It was almost enough to win the round. So really, really great play from her, but just not enough to win the round. And that is going to be 11th round rather in favor of the quality Kermits. We're going for a bit of a boost setup here on the B side. We've got 3 players playing towards the B side. Got the bomb playing up mid, all by its and that's going to be Scorps with the bomb on her back. And they are throwing a lot of util down very, very early. They haven't seen any players yet. They've just heard the util. Now we might see T's pick a side, and it looks like they're going to be opting for the B side. Quality Kermit's going for a very sturdy execution. Nance is going to be playing a little smoke. Oh, and she catches down one. Katie takes down one of her own, but they're going to be traded out immediately, and it's now a 3-on-3. But Bon is playing very close, and Casey spotted her. And she lands a headshot onto her. Beautiful, beautiful lucky play from her. Now just Koala and Sneaky Fox. Koala takes down the first. It's now an even fight either way. Scorp's going to turn off the flash. Ooh, when she lands a collateral onto Sneaky and Koala. That is beautiful and a lovely, lovely flash from her. We're going to be seeing White Rabbit and Quality Kermits close off the half 3-12. So things not looking so good at the moment for White Rabbit. The Quality Kermits only need 4 rounds to win, and so far they've been looking very sturdy. But White Rabbit were the last team to win the pistol round, so I'll be interested to see how this goes on the T side for them. They got 1 player with, or 2 players with a bit of util, and the rest are just sitting on some P250s. Look like the CTs are going to be stacking towards that B site, and seems to be a complete misread. They've got all 5 players sitting towards the B site, and the T's are just going to take the A site for free. They've got nothing to clear. Oh no. Oh no. They're going for a full wrap towards the B side, and they might just catch off the CTs here. And that's going to cue the CTs to turn around. T's don't have the read on where these players are. CJ picks off the first in order to even it out. Casey takes one of her own. Sneaky Fox trades that one. It's now 3-on-3. Koala takes down one as well. So now it's a 3-on-2, and 2 SSB and CJ, the last players left alive. So the timing of that retake was just enough for them to get the info that they were actually wrapping towards B. Now CJ and 2 SSB, they have got a kit to work with. I don't know about the player at second oranges. He takes her out, and CJ gets finished off by Sneaky Fox. So some brilliant shooting there. And that is the second pistol round in the game where White Rabbit has been able to win it. So score not looking so great for them at the moment, but it's almost guaranteed that they win the pistol round. They've had a 100% pistol round win rate on this map thus far. Now, White Rabbit going for a full SMG buy. There is going to be nades. 2 of them thrown up towards mid, but they're not going to do too much damage, and we might see a very fast rotate here from the CTs. We've got a 2 running down mid, and the rest of the players are going to be playing from CT and coffins. So, only 1 player active on the side, and Sneaky Fox is going to clear her very quickly. It's 2 SSB getting taken down, but Roxy immediately pushes through, securing that real estate. They have got 1 player still wrapping from behind. Now, Fox 1 goes for the reload and manages to escape past the smoke. She's going to be holding for it this time. She nails down Casey. Now Scorp gets taken down. Oh, it got a bit dicey towards the end there, but White Rabbit really able to pull it off. And that's 2 rounds in favor of White Rabbit. So maybe it's their T side that they're a bit more confident on, but it was a bit of an eco, a bit of a force buy depending on which player you looked at from the CT side. So we'll be seeing if the buy makes the difference for Quality Kermits. When CJ is going to be jumping across for that info, but she's going to be lining up with smoke here, smoking off that Archer's side. Oops. Possibly wanting to push through the smoke. She has the sound cue info. And the players are now pushing off the side. But Nuts takes down the first. 2 SSB nails a headshot. But Bond trades it out, and Kitty trades one out of her own. And it's now a 3-on-3. Roxy's going to be going for that bomb plant. Kitty playing a very awkward angle for the CT to fight with a headshot. 2 SSB gets spotted just before the smoke pops. We have 2 players playing along the lane position, and we have 1 player still wrapping around towards long, but Kitchi playing in a space where it doesn't get checked very often, and she takes down 2 of her own. It's now 2 SSB on half HP. She takes down Kitchi all the way to 24 HP. Kitchi's just going to sit there and wait, and she finishes her off, and it's a really beautiful round there. Another eco from the Quality Kermits, managing to at least pick off 2 players, but nothing too impactful. But that eco round now allowing them to fully buy up. They've got rifles and utility all the way around. while the CTs have got full rifles all around. The T's, 3 of them still holding onto their rifles. They've got that double nade set up towards mid, and that smoke on Banana is going to give them away, and that's a beautiful flash. Blinds 2 of the players. Casey takes down 2 of them, and she's out of ammo. We've already got Koala tagged down. They have all the information they need. Oh, and GSSB is going to take Koala down through the smoke while tagging the other 2 players. Knox is a really, very deep in there. She spots a player towards T-Ramp. Bomb's on 14 HP, but not before she trades some damage the way of Nuts. And the last 2 players on the SMGs, everything to do against us full buy. They've got 5 players to take down. TJ spots Bon and taps her out. And it's now just Roxy, the last one left alive. Just holding on to her life. She takes down Casey, but quickly gets traded by 2SSB. That was a beautiful shot there onto her. She's locking onto her head. Some beautiful stuff. Casey is already sitting on 20 kills. And we're only going into the 20th round now. So, quality Kermits, as has been throughout this game, are looking really, really clean and crisp at the moment. T side, the round's already started and they're still trying to discuss their buy at the moment. But it seems that they've come to a bit of a conclusion here. They got guns all around. They've even got an AWP in the hands of Roxy. We'll be seeing if they go for that mid peak. Oh, and Sneaky Fox catches Scorps out very early into the round, but CJ is sitting very deep here. Just anything off the sound cues, and Sneaky Fox still managing to catch her, even though she had the info. They're going to be hopping into apps. That's 2 kills towards A they've already caught, and that's a brilliant call from them. Maybe push A quickly, or if they take their time, they could just push towards B. Casey is very much over-aggressing here. And if she gets caught out, that could be enough, and Roxy takes her out, and that's going to be their cue to take the B side. They still have 1 player lurking in apps there, possibly just to cut off any sort of rotate or anything like that. JSSB is peeking here, and she takes out Sneaky Fox. And it's now a 2-on-4. T's only making their way onto the bomb site now, so they've got time to work with, but Roxy's holding this push from Banana, and she takes out Nuts. And it's now just 2SSB, the last one left alive. Possibly opting for a save here. Koala and Kitchi have set up a bit of a crossfire here towards CT, and there's not too much 2SSB can do about it. She's trying to bait out a shot, but no one is facing her alone, and this is really good clinical play from White Rabbit. Oh, and Kitchi just lines up her crosshair perfectly. So really well done there by Kitchi to close out the round, and White Rabbit are looking really comfortable at the moment. They ended the half 12-3, and since then, Quality Kermits have only managed to pull back 1 round, so they're able to really settle into their economy. They're able to put an AWP on the back of Roxy yet again. So, thus far, the CTs are looking really, really good. I see a bit of a nade stack from all the players, and Sneaky Fox is going to get tagged down heavily. Spots down Roxy and manages to take it down to 12 HP, but it's just not enough. Seems to be damage all across the board here. Scorps finishes off Sneaky Fox and picks a kill onto Koala. But Bon and Roxy trading it the other way as one. It's now a 2-on-3. They are going to be opting for the plant here. This was an eco from the CTs, but it's definitely doable for them to win this round. There's armor only on the back of Casey, but they've got a kit on Scorps, so a round for them is definitely not out of the question. Roxy sitting on a lowly 12 HP at the moment. Her position gets given away, and Bomb's going to throw a supporting flash. That's perfect. That's buying them just enough time for the bomb to keep ticking away. And as I say, that CJ, then once the gun gets taken out, and Roxy finishes her off. So a lovely, lovely 4K from Roxy there. She finishes off the round with 4 kills on her AWP. Even more reason for her to hold on to it. And they're just going to look really, really solid. It was against an eco, so there was good sort of aggression there from the quality Kermits, really doing work, but just not enough to close out the round. And White Rabbit are really gaining at the moment. Still only have given 1 round away in this half, so there's definitely potential for a reverse sweep here. Scorps jumping, but Roxy is more than ready for it. Nuts is going to be smoking off mid, picking up that AWP for herself, and might just go for a bit of a pre-fire and a nade. Only tagging down Roxy a little bit, so Thus far, the T's are looking good. They've got a lovely man advantage. Kitchi is hiding behind those barrels. Not ready, but to SSB. Getting taken down by Kitchi. Casey quickly trades onto Kitchi, and it's now a 3-on-4. They know one player's position towards B, and they have no other information on the rest of the team. So picking a side here is going to be very difficult. But as I say that, we've got the bomb working its way towards A. But Nuts is holding long. Still got a player sitting in deep pit. CJ's got a lot of ground to cover here. Okay, so you're going to be flashing the lane position here. CJ's not even peeking. She might peek now, but Roxy is ready and waiting. Nuts misses the shot. Oh, and that nade might just be enough. Oh, and she just manages to get away with 10 HP. Bit of a dodgy looking smoke there from the T's, but they are looking so comfortable at the moment. Nuts tagged all the way down to 10 HP. Still managing to pick up the kill onto Roxy. Whether they go for this round is a question all in itself. They do have the kit, but they don't have the HP, nor do they have the utility. As I say, that koala gets taken out by Casey, and now Nuts holding close. Sneaky Fox peeks out and takes off her head. So the T's pulling back another round. That's a 9th round in their favor and a 3rd round in a row for them. And the last 7 rounds, they've only lost 1 of them. So they are looking really, really cozy at the moment. That's going to force the CTs onto a bit of an eco here. They've got Deagles and 5-7s all around. White Rabbit are looking super comfortable at the moment. Sneaky taking up a lot of real estate here. Now the first 2 players and the 3rd. Sneaky Fox picking up 2. There's now 2 SSB and Scorps. The last ones left alive, each on a bomb site. The last 2 players left alive, and the last players playing on Deagles. Bomb's going to smoke off Archers there. Going to start pushing in towards this site now. Fox is playing a very awkward position, and she tags down Koala to 10 HP, but it is not enough. And 2 SSB in a 1-on-5 with a Deagle and armor. She has pretty much got nothing to work with here. Very interested to see if 2 SSB can get anything done. Sneaky Fox holds a very tight angle and finishes her off. White Rabbit now hitting double digits, so they're looking super, super comfortable at the moment. White Rabbit aren't committing to one lone bomb site, which I think allows them a lot of versatility. Casey's going to get naded, but still stick to that close sandbags position. She's got her teammate sitting very close by. That's 2 SSB getting tagged all the way down to 66 HP. Got a Molly that's going to be burning Casey out, but teammates there to support. She's going to be maybe a bit too aggressive. Scorps is holding CT there, and that might just be the information they need to change sides. The bomb is still positioned towards second mid. It's only a 4-on-5, so they've definitely got plenty to work with. Rox is going to be bailing out her teammate. Scorp's hoping for a bit of over-aggression there, but smoke's going to allow them to fall off, and it looks like they might be going for this A side hit, because quality Kermits really do have this side on lockdown. Koala and Sneaky playing together. She's going to be throwing a flash, and that should blind off the pit player. Oh, and Roxy smacks Nuts in the pit position. Sneaky takes out 2 SSB. And that's why things are looking really good for them. It's now a 4-on-3. They took it from a 4-on-5 to a 4-on-3, so really taking the important fights there, and that allows them to secure the bomb sites, and the post plants are everything here. Casey getting completely flashed off there, and the CTs really have no room to do anything at the moment. Oh, and Roxy, it's a beautiful shot as Bond takes out Casey, and it's now just Scorps, the last one left alive with a kit and an AWP. She's going to have to opt to save here. Hoping for an exit frag, but not really getting much return. She does get tagged down to 15 HP, so whether she escapes this bomb or not is a question all by itself, and she doesn't. So Roxy and Scorps, the two AWPs getting taken down. He's using that really strong economy of this to just keep buying up and keep getting those bomb plants. White Rabbit looking very uncomfortable at the moment on the CT side. And they are just sitting with pistols now once again. They've got armor and kits all around. But whether they can actually get the round win is a question all in its own. CT's patiently waiting for any sort of info. None of the teams are really budging at the moment. Casey holding onto her util, and as she sees the exec smokes coming in, she smokes off Banana, and that is some perfectly timed counter util. That's really going to fluster, and it looks like a bit of a bad smoke getting thrown there because of that counter util. And counter smoking really making all the difference on this push, but as I say, that Bond catches Casey through the smoke, possibly spotting her just over the top. DJ, right there. She takes out Kitchi from above. CT's going 1-for-1, but as I say, that Sneaky Fox takes out Nuts, and that's an open side. If they could just grab the bomb, this could be the game for them, or the round for them rather. USSB and CJ have already picked up weapons, so going for this round is a question or not to own. But as I say, that 2SSB gets taken down. Scorps is sitting on just 15 HP, and they have to get this bomb down really quickly. There's a lot of bit of a stalemate going on for a while there, so going for a lot of time. But Roxy finally finishes off Scorps, and CJ, the last one left alive, sitting towards that long position, towards library, and she's going to try take up a bit of youth space, but she should be flashed off now. She's completely blind in the cover there, and Bond is just holding her, and Bond finishes her off. So really solid round there from the T side, and a bit of a good hold there from the CTs. As I say that, we're going to be getting a pause coming in from the CT side. It looks like it might be a bit of a technical issue, but if we look at the 12-3 half to a 13-12 in the 26th round, you can see how White Rabbit have really pulled back on the T side, and how their strats have really made such a difference. So they're sitting, they've gone pretty much, 9 rounds and only lost 1. So White Rabbit are looking really strong on the T side at the moment, and they definitely have the potential to turn this game around. Now guys, as we go into the bit of the technical pause here, I think it's also important to remember that we have a giveaway going. If you go over to the RE Acce, either the Facebook page, or if we go across to the Twitter page of the RE Acce organization, you'll see there's a giveaway there. We're giving away a mouse, or a mouse and keyboard, and potentially even a can. It's called, I think it's the Fan Jet 4026. Don't quote me on that, but there's a case, keyboard and mouse, and just a standalone mouse getting given away. It costs you nothing. Go ahead and enter the giveaway. It's the Fantech GS204. I had that completely wrong, but there's your case that's getting given away, as well as the mouse and keyboard combo, and just the mouse getting given away. So don't forget to go and enter that giveaway, guys. Costs you nothing. Could win some really awesome gear. Looks like we have a bit of a ping issue on the side of 2SSB. She might have to keep doing work over the course of her over phone data, but either way, we will get this match back on track, and we will continue to see this very, very intense matchup at the moment. Things could get very interesting very quickly. So as the match continues to get closer and closer, and while we wait for 2SSB to reconnect, I'd like to hear some answers from the chat. We have White Rabbit, who was sitting 12-3 at halftime, them sitting only with 3 rounds in their hands on the CT side. But now on the T side, they've managed to claw back 9 rounds in their name. So now we're sitting 12-13. So I'd like to hear in the chat, who do we think is going to take it? Do we think it's going to go to overtime? What do we think could happen next? And as I say that, we've got 2SSB rejoining. Everything seems to be Gucci at the moment, so hopefully we can run into this next round and see what the teams have waiting for us. Got a full buy coming in from the side of Quality Kermits and the side of White Rabbit, so definitely some potential. We have Brinkazeta in chat already telling us he thinks White Rabbit's going to take it in overtime. There's definitely some potential. They've been doing amazing, amazing work. So even if they give up those 2 rounds, there's still potential for them to take it in overtime. We've even got Zinner in chat telling us that she thinks White Rabbit is going to bring it right back. So that's really, really awesome, guys. Love to see the activity in the chat. I'm going to see here that Quality Kermits aren't going to be going for that banana control, which is, we know, can be pivotal, but the counter util we've seen on the side of Quality Kermits has been amazing. It's been enough to turn them away from a site entirely, for them to even catch some cheeky kills over the top with just an eco. So there's definitely potential for it to go either which way. Got Milk in chat saying he's more than happy for this to go 52 rounds into the game like last night. Last night we had an insane overtime. We had 4 rounds of overtime before ATK managed to close out the game. So there's definitely some potential for more of that. But at the moment we see a bit of a slow push here from White Rabbit. They're playing for a bit of info, and the CTs are giving away nothing. Scorps is holding from archers, and we've got another CT position on top of Daki. Not an angle you fly very often, so we'll see what they do. Scorps is holding close, but she managed to flick across into Roxy. She's completely blinded off. Majority man advantage in favor of the CTs. More counter util coming from the CTs. CJ playing off the contact of Kitschy there. And they take it now down to just 3 players on the side of White Rabbit. The T's now know that banana is just not an option for them. Scorps is ready and waiting, and she picks up the first kill onto Bon. There's no time left, and the T's have nothing to work with here. There is an AWP position towards mid, but whether they're going to pick it up is a question all in itself. 2SSB getting caught off there, and the T's are going to move off very swiftly. When 2SSB nearly getting caught out there in the shot from Bridge. But T is managing to take an AWP into the next round, and they're sitting very comfortably with money. And it's now just the Quality Kermit sitting just 1 round away from securing at least OT. As I say that, White Rabbit are going to be calling in a timeout. So, be interesting to see what they come up with. We've seen a few strats from them. We've seen a bit of B aggression into an A push. We've seen it the other way around. We've seen a full-on B execute from a rush into a full-on execute. So, be very interested to see what White Rabbit come up with. Now, this is their first time out in the half, if I'm not mistaken. They used the first 2 on the CT side, and things weren't looking so great for them. So, got a full buy on the side of the CTs. Got rid of all those dirty farmhouses, and they've upgraded to M4s, AKs, and even an AWP on the side of Scorps. Scorps has really been doing work. We even got Casey sitting on 22 kills as we head into the 27th round. So things looking good on either side here. We're very interested to see what sort of play they go for. It looks like a bit of a default at the moment. They got 1 player position towards mid, possibly a second very shortly, and it looks like we might have a bit of a restart going. I'm not sure what the reason is behind that. Oh, it seems as though Kitschy wasn't very wasn't very present in that round. Apparently she's gone missing. It sounds like it may have been a power surge due to the storms going on. We had that in the last game as well. Rage Queen had a bit of a DC because of the power surge by her side, and she did manage to come back, and they did manage to close the game. So be interesting to see how this DC affects the play coming on from White Rabbit. Could it be enough to push them over the edge, or it might even be enough for enough to throw them off, so Quality Kermits can turn it around. So be interested to see what's going on. It looks like the power's back on Kitchi's side, and we're just going to be waiting for her to reset and rejoin, and hopefully we can get another exciting round from these two teams. It's been going very much back and forth, but now the CTs have secured their second round in this half, so there's definitely some potential for them to close out the map. So next round coming up, it is their potential, or it could be the round for them to potentially secure their 15th round. See some of you in chat, and happy to see you're enjoying the game so far. Brinker, do you still think that White Rabbit can bring it back and hopefully win the game? We'll have to wait and see, but while we wait for Kitty to come back and join us, don't forget we have a giveaway going on our Twitter and Facebook page. Just go search RE Acce on Facebook or Twitter, and you could potentially win a mouse and keyboard combo, or even a case. It's the Fantech GS204. You could become a real gamer with just these few pieces of equipment. It costs you nothing. Go and enter. You have to follow a couple accounts, and then you're done. Then you're in. Then you could be getting a new setup very, very soon. We have Lazarus telling us that White Rabbit is gonna bring it back. So I'll be very interested to see. We've got a lot of White Rabbit supporters in here. I haven't seen too much for the Quality Kermits. I saw a lot at the start, but not so much now. So I think the most loyal fans are definitely the White Rabbit fans. I've seen a few of those, and they've stuck it out all the way until the 27th round, and there's still a chance that they could bring this back. Sitting 12 to 14, a full buy on either side, and Quality Kermits having just won their second round in this half. They've got the potential to do it again, got the potential to win the game, but so does White Rabbit. So stick around, and let's see what these teams can pull out of the hat. We're going to have a bit of a default setup from the CT side, 2 on B, 3 on A. It worked out really well for them last time, and we've already got 3 players committing to this banana push. The bomb on the back of Kitchi. Whether they decide to play their util could be the difference maker here, and as I say that, they've got the rest of the teams pushing towards banana. They've got one straggler, but they're going to be pushing very soon. Casey playing just around the edge of that smoke. Sneaky Fox is going to be throwing some flashes down mid, and that may or may not slow down the rotates. I'm going to see a re-smoke, and it looks like they're going to be running through CT here. CJ holding for the push. Takes down Roxy. CJ takes down one of her own onto Bon, and it's now the CT's left on a 3 on 5, and things are not looking very good. Sneaky Fox caught out in the open by Casey. Now the last tees left a bit out in the open. You have to on her back, and Casey's going to finish her off, and it's now just Koala with 2 HP. She picks up a kill onto 2 SSB, but there's not much she can do anymore. Casey taking a lot of damage from her teammates Molly there. Koala sitting on just 2 HP. And Casey's going to finish the round with 4 kills. A beautiful, beautiful hold there. See, the T's were going for a bit of a CT push there, but there wasn't enough space to make it around that smoke, so things not looking so good for the T's at the moment. They were doing really, really well, and now it looks like the Quality Kermits have had enough, and they just want to close this out. Casey's been doing lots and lots of work for her team. She's sitting on nearly 30 kills. She's going 26 and 19, so she's looking really good at the moment. Roxy has also been doing a lot of work on her side. She's already 10 over par. She's going 25 and 15. So these individuals could be the difference makers for their teams. Find it interesting how the CTs keep going for a different setup each time on A, so they make it very difficult for the CTs to read. Casey's already taken up a lot of real estate here in Banana. She's going to be caught unaware. She tries to flick onto her but doesn't get the kill on Scorps. Gets a kill onto Sneaky Fox. Kitschy trades it the other way and gets a second. It's now a 3-on-3 and Kitschy's got the bomb, so there's definitely potential for a bomb plant here. CJ picking up a 3k to close the map. She was the last one left on A and she manages to close it out. So really great performance from, and the quality Kermits take the game 16 rounds to 12. That is going to be it for the White Rabbit versus Quality Kermits game. I think if you just stick around for a few more minutes, we can get a couple of interviews coming in from the captain of each of the teams, and we can get a bit of a look into their thinking about the game, the sort of thought processes they went through throughout the game in order to win or lose certain rounds. And yeah, we'll get a bit more of an insight into the mind of the players we've just watched play. Thank you guys in chat. I see you. I really appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully I can get halfway decent at this one day and actually be someone you go like, oh my god, I can't wait to listen to him, the same way, you know, with like Anders or Semler, or I mean James Bardop's sort of fallen off, but we'll look past that. He's still pretty sick. See you all in chat there. I see there's still at least 20 of you still watching, so stick around just a couple more minutes and we're going to get interviews with the players, and it should be pretty interesting. If you've got any questions, if you get them in quick enough, then hopefully I'll be able to relay maybe one or two of those questions to the players, and then you guys might be able to get some of your questions answered. So please don't be afraid to ask a question, and I might be able to put it to the person that we're interviewing at the time. Megs, the score was 16-12 in favor of the Quality Kermits. It was 12-3 in favor of them in the beginning, but White Rabbit managed to pull back quite a few rounds. Now I see we got the viewers climbing, guys. We got the viewers climbing. I want you guys to get all your friends and family in, and they can get a look into the minds of the players that we've just watched. 16-12 rather in favor of the Kermits. It was a brilliant game on both sides. Some insane pistol rounds. White Rabbit were able to close out both of them in their favor. We had a really strong carry there from Roxy. She was able to get, I think it was 25 and 15, possibly more by the end of it, but in the last round, she was sitting on 25 and 15, so she did a lot of heavy lifting on her side, really putting that AWP to work. And yeah, I really like to get a look, because I've been seeing that Ceratus was really proud of the girls and how far they've come. A lot of the players, like the viewers, like Brink over here, really proud of the girls, doing a lot of work against some of the bigger teams. So Kermit's having a really good run, and then White Rabbit really giving them a run for the money, especially in the second half. It looked like a done deal after the first half finally ended, but White Rabbit almost managing to claw it back, winning almost. They won 7 rounds with only 1 round, or they won 6 rounds with only losing 1 in the first 7 rounds of the half. So they really worked hard to claw those rounds back, but it just wasn't enough. Quality Kermits were able to adjust and really set up their CT side to counter the T aggression. Okay, guys, so unfortunately, it doesn't look like the captains are going to pull through for the team chat. Nevertheless, it was a brilliant game. We had Vicimus versus RE Acce Ivy earlier this evening at 7:45-ish. Vicimus ended up the victors, winning 16-13, and there was a great fight on either side. And we had Quality Kermits up against the White Rabbit Amarales team, and the Quality Kermits managed to win the game 16-12. It was a brilliant fight from the White Rabbits, but it just wasn't enough. So I think we are going to be ending the stream. But just before I do, don't forget, guys, if you head over to the RE Acce Twitter page or the Facebook page, there is a giveaway going on there at the moment. We got a mouse being given away, a mouse and keyboard combo. We've got a case getting given away. It's a Fantech GS204. So some really nice looking stuff. You know, we love those RGB things. So there's RGBs on pretty much everything. Oh, there is an RGB setup on everything we're giving away. So if you like colors, if you like lights, it's the kit for you. Make sure you guys go into it. It's going to be amazing. Just thank you guys so much for sticking around. Thank you guys for watching the stream. Thank you for the support from everyone who came to join us this evening. And I hope to see you in the upcoming evenings for the upcoming Iris League matches, because they are, as we've seen tonight, absolutely insane.